As you can probably see from some of the clips, we're here down at Woodridge train station. At Woodridge you get a lot of different religions, a lot of people of different faiths. This makes it often hard because we often talk to Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, talk to Muslims, we talk to pretty much anyone under the sun. Often these people don't know that much about the religion, they've just ended up subscribing to it, trying to be good and hoping that gets them to heaven. This afternoon, one of the first conversations I had was with a young guy named Alex. He was over waiting for his bus and we were talking about whether or not he deserves hell. He said yes, if sin is defying God and living my own way, then no matter who you are, everyone deserves hell. And he specifically said, and I deserve hell too. And I said, but how does a hell-deserving sinner then get forgiven? Alex didn't have many options, but sadly his bus came. And so then I offered to him that the only way a sinner can be forgiven is if God himself takes our punishment. If a perfect sacrifice and substitute takes our place under the wrath of God. And Alex heard that, he took a tract, and I encouraged him to read it and have a look at it, and we'll hopefully catch him next week. The next conversation I had was with 4 young people, 2 guys and 2 girls. Darcy, Irene, Dex, and someone else. And anyway, we talked to them, we went through the flip chart, they heard the gospel, they saw sin, they understood its grievous nature against God. As we got to the end of the conversation, one of the guys was a Muslim, and his friend came over and tried to drag him away. Don't listen to this. Said to his friend, I said, man, you don't know what you're doing. You cannot stand here and try and pull someone away from the way of salvation. You either choose to listen or you leave. But don't you dare pull someone else away. Stop them listening to God's gospel. Anyway, his friend ended up leaving, and I was able to explain to them that Christians aren't people who stop doing the things that they love, like lusting and lying and stealing and selfishness and pride. Christians aren't people that love sin but stop doing it because they want to go to heaven. Rather, I was then able to explain that Christians are people who've had their desires changed. So they no longer love sin, they now love righteousness, they love holiness, they love God, and so they hate sin on the basis of God renovating their heart. That seemed to hit home, and it made sense to them, and they took it. They were interested in learning more, so we'll hopefully engage with them next week after I challenged them to make the choice to choose Jesus and salvation, or to reject Jesus and suffer his judgment. And so hopefully we'll find out where they stand next week, and hopefully they've chosen Jesus.